What's up guys, welcome back to my tech corner. In today's video, I'll be reviewing this refurbished Corsair H150i Elite LCD cooler. Let's get right into it. Before we start this video though, I would like to give a special thank you to my sister for making this video possible. A link to her Twitter, where she has and creates fantastic art and takes commissions, will be in the description below. Looking at the box, it's made of basic cardboard and has a small sticker letting you know that the item is refurbished and has a 90-day warranty. Opening up the box shows some foam and a little card in Spanish telling you not to just throw it in the trash. All the products are in individual bags and very well organized. The first thing I decided to take out were Corsair's Maglev 120 Elites, which is actually the biggest reason why I wanted this cooler to begin with. Next was the correct retention hardware and a small bag of screws and washers needed to hold down the fans. Next was a brand new Commander core, which is nice because I've been needing a new one for a while. And then finally, the cooler itself. Now the cooler looks really good. There's no scratches or bumps in it, and no tears or ripped threads on the tubing. But I did see a few fins that have been repaired. They're not super obvious, so let me point them out for you. The LCD module is also looking pretty good. It's much bigger than I thought, wink wink. The screen also doesn't have any scratches or bumps on it. Taking a look at the fans here, they are Corsair's magnetic levitation 120mm RGB Elites. What's so special about them is the fact that they have permanent magnets for a rotor and an electromagnet as a stator. They create a flux strong enough to spin the blades. They also have a magnetic plate on the base of the fan to make it levitate. It's very interesting technology and allows the fans to create little to no friction and noise. I actually have some ML120 RGB Pros as my case fans, but they'll be getting replaced with the Elites next week. Expect a video about them in the future. I went ahead and got my system ready for the new cooler. My Elite Capellix has been needing to retire for a while. Its original fan's no longer with it, so it's finally to put it to rest. Installing the cooler was a breeze, especially since my motherboard already has the correct retention hardware on it. I went ahead and removed the LCD module itself. It made installing the cooler a lot easier. Having some XTM70 thermal paste pre-applied to the cooler also made it much easier to install. The cooler is compatible with almost every CPU on the market right now, including the new LG A1700 series and AM5 series, so I'm not really worried about compatibility. The CPU this thing is going to cool is the Ryzen 9 5950X, so this is going to be a real challenge for this cooler. Starting the computer up, the module took its sweet time to boot up, and I seriously thought I was broken. Nope, it just took a while. It looks great though. The fans as well, very clear and crisp RGB. The screen too, it looks really good. I love the way the colors look. The screen runs at 30 FPS and it's surprisingly smooth. The RGB ring around the screen is also a really nice touch. I'm really big on RGB, so this is a nice feature. The giant braided cable is a little but there's no avoiding the giant cable being there. The pump needs to get power and data somehow. There are many different effects and modes you can apply to the cooler and fans using Corsair's IQ software. It's all super cool and cute. You're able to put images and GIFs on the cooler or have it display basic information about your system, such as temperature or load. The fans are able to spin as little as 0 RPM or as fast as 2000 RPM, pushing between 14.86 CFM at the lowest to 58.10 CFM at the highest. I've always been a fan of these fans. Get it? These fans have 8 built-in RGB LEDs. The dissipation for said fans' lights aren't very good, as some other fans that I've used, but the LEDs give me that older fan feel, so I don't really mind. The Commander core does a fantastic job controlling all of this, but I really hope it doesn't go bad as soon as my last one did. So I went ahead and used 2 benchmarking softwares to stress this all-in-one cooler, and I put Corsair's balanced preset cooling on the pump and fans. So I did about 5 tests, all cores. The first one being 3.5 GHz with PBO enabled at 1.3 volts, then 4.4 GHz with PBO enabled at 1.3 volts, then 4.4 GHz with PBO enabled at an offset voltage, negative. Then I did 4.4 GHz with PBO enabled at an offset voltage again, positive. I ran each test for about 10 minutes, and the environment was around 70 Fahrenheit, and here are the results. It's really interesting how both softwares utilize the CPU differently. The cooler handled the CPU pretty well, kept it below 100 Celsius each time, and performed about the same as my Capellix, which should have been expected because it's basically the same cooler. Though this did perform a little better than some of the other coolers that I've used. Anyways guys, that'll have to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and go ahead and tell me what you guys thought about this LCD cooler in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one.